What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy, Chaos here, and I've been thinking about all the gyms in the Pokemon universe, and a lot of them really don't meet the typing they are based around. I've taken the liberty of rearranging the gym leaders' teams to represent their typing and their home region more accurately. Today we continue on with the Unovan gyms. This video will cover both Black and White and Black and White 2, since there are some changes to the gyms between games, but there's not enough differences to warrant two separate videos. So let's dive into what the Unovan gyms would look like with my new teams. Starting off, we have the Brothers, who are a trio of trainers who offer you a gym battle depending on what starter you pick. They always will challenge you as the trainer who has the type advantage against your starter. So, for instance, if you choose Tepig, you are going to be fighting Cress, the water type trainer, and so on and so forth. Now, while I like the premise of this gym, the teams could be better, and that just is a simple removal of Lillipup from the teams. Now, while this leaves each brother with only one Pokemon, and thus a really easy battle if you're challenging them by themselves, they're quite formidable when you put them into a battle format of the triple battle. Generation 5 introduced triple battles and rotation battles, and this is the gym to implement these new mechanics. You would have to add a chance encounter with Charles the Heartbreaker in Striaton City explaining the new format before you challenge the gym, and maybe even offering you a battle to kind of get your hands under wraps of what this new format might be. Also, removing Lillipup removes the duplication of that evolutionary line from Lenora's team in the second gym. Speaking of the second gym, Lenora has the basic normal types of the game, including the rodent Pokemon and the dog Pokemon. There's really no change I would have with this team, and I also will not be changing Berg's team as well, since both of these teams work well for the region and highlight some pretty cool and unique Pokemon. Elisa is a different story. 2 Emolgas is too many, and so we are going to alleviate the situation by including a Tynamo instead of one of the Emolgas. This keeps with the theme of the anti-ground Emolga with the flying typing through Tynamo's ability Levitate. I also think this is a way to get the underappreciated evolutions of the Electros line to have a bit of spotlight on a gym team. I also think that Lisa would find Tynamo cute and definitely want to add it to her team. The rest of the gyms in this game do not need fix, as they are relatively balanced, and really, since there's no other dragon types, there's no way to change Drayden's or Iris's team to make them any better, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. Switching over to Black and White 2, Charon does a great job replacing Lenora as the normal type gym leader, and has a difficult team for a first gym with his strategy. I think this is a good one and doesn't really need any changes. I do kind of want to put the starter that has the type advantage versus yours in this gym as a nod to Black and White, where Charon picked the starter that was better than yours. But I feel like that would make Charon incredibly difficult for a first gym, as there's really no good counters to his normal types besides getting a Riolu this early on, and your starter Pokemon probably is going to be your way to kind of beat Charon at this stage in the game. For Roxy, we need to remove the coughing and add something else. I think that Trubbish would be the best addition to this team, since there's a connection here to Castelia City with the boat across, and you can find Trubbish in the sewers of Castelia. Also, having a Pokemon with Aftermath could be quite helpful in lowering the health of a Pokemon for Whirlipede, who is a more defensive Pokemon as it is. So this could be a way for Roxy kind of to weaken your team before she sends out her ace in Whirlipede. Berg's team was fine in the original games, but because of the changes to the gyms, aka Whirlipede being used on Roxy's team, we have to add another member instead, and they fill this slot with Swadloon. So instead of adding another member of one of the evolutionary lines that is currently on his team, let's swap Swadloon out for Joltik. Joltik helps by giving coverage to flying types, as well as fitting the spider webbing theme of this gym. If you don't know, Berg uses cocoons of webbing to kind of traverse through his gym, so having a spider-like Pokemon fits this theme even better and really works with Berg's team in this situation. Elisa still hasn't learned in this new update and swaps out the original team for a Flaffy. Now, I do like Flaffy, and I think Flaffy is a good addition to the team instead of 2 Emolgas, but I'm going to suggest the same thing as I did for the Black and White team. Change Flaffy for Tynamo. I don't think there really needs to be a change from the original team in Black and White. I think this team is really useful and versatile, and still plays into the ability of volt switching around, as well as levitate and flying, getting rid of that ground weakness that electric types have. They diversified teams a bit more with Black and White too, which makes Clay's team a bit worse in his opinion. I would continue to have Palpitoad on his team instead of Sandslash, because there's really not a need to put Sandslash on this team, and Palpitoad offers a bit more defensive prowess than Sandslash. Skyla and Drayden are in the same situation, where they took an older Pokemon and put them onto the team because they updated the decks. This really didn't need to happen though, and I really believe that gyms should show off the Pokemon of their region. And adding older gen Pokemon, while showcasing the update to Black and White and Black and White 2 with the new decks, is a really cool idea. I prefer having the regional Pokemon on the team, so I'm going to say keep the same team as you had in Black and White. In our last leader, Marlin's water team, you already know I'm going to remove the Wailord, since it's not a Generation 5 Pokemon. But let's add Simipour and Alola to the team. Simipour on the gym team acts as a nod back to the first gym of Black and White, where Cress had the pre-evolution of Simipour on his team. Alola adds another bulky water type to Marlin's team, and could be a really another useful defensive option, because it literally is the bulky water type of Generation 5. With a hyper defensive set, Marlin might actually have what it takes to look like an 8th gym leader instead of just waltzing through him with an electric or a grass type. Because let's be honest, he doesn't really have much coverage outside of that to kind of deal with you, and having more defense could let Marlin stick around for a little bit longer and maybe even stall you out. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and let me know what you think of the changes I've made to these teams, or the lack of changes, in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that subscribe button so that way you can see more content from me, and also make sure you leave a like because it really does help support this particular video on the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Chaos, signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.